What is up, everybody? Welcome to Oak Elm and Associates. My name is Scrawl. Today, we're going to do a little bit more on the Showdown ladder with VGC Series 12. We're going to play this aggressive team. I named it aggressive because the team is, in fact, aggressive. We're going to try a few different things today, just messing around. Sometime next week, I will start having content on Cart, which will be a nice change of pace, a little more graphically appealing. And let's get right into it. Looks like a team with a weakness policy Metagross, Latias, which I did not expect. What do we want to do against this team? I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go with the Entei, try and get a burn on one of his several physical attackery boys. Go for the Grimmsnarl and lead the two scary, big, restricted boys in the back. If you enjoy the content I'm doing here, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If there's anything you want to see, anything you don't like, let me know as well. I feel like if somebody leaves a comment saying they hate my videos, that means they care enough to say something, and that's some progress. And let's see what happens here. As always, the music comes from Glitch X City. They are fantastic. I love their work. It's just a fucking vibe, you know? Alright, so Entei Grimmsnarl into Yveltal Landorus. And the inner focus blocks the Landorus drop. We're gonna Sacred Fire into the Landorus, try to get a burn off here. And we are just gonna set up the Reflect, because Landorus is likely to be more scary than the Yveltal, because the Yveltal is generally a little supporty, has some good damage output, but the Landorus is more frightening in my opinion. And let's see how this goes. Our opponent, Gokar97, Gokar, so has a few seconds left, so we'll just try and fill the noise a little bit here. And here comes the Reflect and the Sacred Fire. Do we get the burn? We do. Fantastic. There's a foul play with the Yveltal and a max Airstream to try and get speed control. Interesting. So now we're just going to go for the extreme speed, because I do not think Entei is much longer for this world, and go for the scary face into the Landorus, so that next turn we can guarantee to hurt it. And let's see how this goes. This is an okay chunk. There is the scary face. Foul play takes out Entei, and Max Quake does barely a thing to Grimmsnarl. We're going to go into the Zacian here. I feel pretty confident the Zacian's gonna be alright in this situation. We're gonna go for the Behemoth Blade and the Sucker Punch into the Yveltal. Let's get a little bit of chip on there. That foul play hurts a little bit, but not too much. This Behemoth Blade should take out the Landorus, and it does. Foul play means this Yveltal might be max speed. I didn't expect a 1.5 speed bonus to be enough to be outspeeding my Zacian. Oh, no, that was yeah. So that's interesting to know. Here comes the Metagross. This thing's pretty scary. Grimmsnarl can't do much to either of these mons, honestly. So we are just going to play rough into this guy and go for the scary fate. Go for the Sucker Punch. This is interesting. I think this is still right. Could be very wrong, because there goes the weakness policy. No Dynamax, though. And this should do a nice chunk, takes it out. Here comes an Earthquake, yep. And here comes Calyrex, Shadow Rider. Depends on what his last mon is here, quite a bit. There's the Kyogre, we do outspeed. We have a Focus Sash on our Calyrex, so I'm just going to Astral Barrage and Sucker Punch the Kyogre. This should do a good chunk. I do not think he can kill from this spot. Let's see if I'm right. I think I am. This Kyogre goes for the Water Spout, probably, or the Origin Pulse. Either way. And the nice, healthy Astral Barrage means this game is over. Did not Dynamax, though I don't think our opponent did either, which is interesting. And that is the first game of this video. Let's go right back in and see how it does. Alrighty, we got this Gastrodon here for the anti-Kyogre tech, not a problem for us. Got the Regieleki, Groudon, Zacian, Calyrex, and the like. I think this game we are going to lead Landorus, Grimmsnarl, Calyrex, Whimsicott. A very defensive start with the Intimidate plus the screens. And see how this goes. I'm mostly doing this because I don't want to get caught unawares by a Regieleki, so the Landorus is a nice way to deal with that issue. And let's see what happens here. Let's start this timer up. So Fox Cookie doesn't take too long and hold up the pace of the video. Once again, if there's any content you want to see on the channel, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I am more than happy to adapt to what the viewers want, unless you want me to stop, which I would understand. But it's not going to happen. I'm having too much fun making these videos. So here comes the Incineroar in the Venusaur, into the Landorus and the Grimmsnarl. Gonna get a little Intimidate drop here. I am just going to ignore that Intimidate drop, probably a mistake, and Airstream into the Venusaur, and go for the light screen here. My Grimmsnarl might be getting faked out, but if it's getting faked out, it is what it is. This Airstream should be pretty good. Hope if I'm lucky, he'll go for a Sleep Powder, get that Landorus Lumberry to proc. That would be awesome. And let's see what happens here. Here comes the Groudon, trying to get some speed control. Here comes the Landorus. I should have scary-faced the Venusaur, probably, in hindsight. Here comes the Vine Lash, does nothing. I do not care a heck. Alright, that does a lot of damage, especially with that having thing being considered, giving me some speed control here. He's still probably faster. We're gonna hit him with the Scary Face. Snarl's gonna go rubble. Scare him. There's the Max Guard. That is not ideal. This Groudon's probably going to Precipice Blades us. Heat Crash. I didn't expect that. We're going to go right into the Calyrex Shadow Rider here. Shadow Rider. And we're just going to go Airstream. Energy Ball. I want to try it. I have a feeling this is a mistake. I don't know if Calyrex even has Shadow. Did he just... Oh my god, he double protected me. Oh, that did a good chunk. Here comes the Focus Sash. No. Maybe Calyrex shouldn't have Focus Sash, because I keep, he keeps not needing it. Here comes Zacian. I am going to pray that this is not a max speed Venusaur. It probably is. Here comes the Weather Ball. Doesn't do as much as I was afraid of, fortunately. And here comes the Beyblade. That double protect was real bad, but sometimes you win the coin flip, and sometimes you lose the coin flip. Here comes the Incin. I'm gonna go a little nuts here and guess he's going into the Landorus. And see if I get rewarded for my prediction. Oh, he's not even going for a, this might be a Heat Crash then? Ooh, that survival was big. Let's get some lucky flinches. Flinch, 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 flinch. Nope. And there's a Calyrex. That's gonna be game. Most likely, unless this Rock Slide does wonders for me. The last Rock Slide did 4%? Ugh. Well, let's see if we get lucky. Looks like I'm gonna get taken out this game. That miss was big. And here comes the Astral Barrage to take me out. Alright, let's go right into the next game. Let's go with the Kyogre team, give it a try, because this team is my default team moving forward. Looks like Regigigas with Galarian Weezing. For a long time, I was a big fan of the Galarian Weezing too, and then I just realized that it gets absolutely annihilated by Zacian. This team's interesting, though. I'm gonna lead like this. Going Mr. Tornadus with Seismitoad in the front. That could very easily be a mistake. We're gonna keep an eye out, because last time we had the Marnie theme, we had a copyright issue. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Here's Regigigas and Mr. Galarian Weezing. Tornadus should be the fastest boy anyhow. So we are just going to go boop. We're gonna boop, set up the rain. Tailwind. There's the protect, the meaningless protect. Just a little chunk, nothing crazy. Max Strike doesn't do as much as my opponent I think my opponent wanted it to. And we're just gonna do the same thing again, because if we trade these, I think we are rather happy. There's the Icy Wind. Let's see if this rain does a good chunk. Does a nice chunk. Here comes the takeout on the Tornadus. Very interesting. And now we say to our opponent, we are just going to absolutely water spout the heck out of them. Protect is fine. Regigigas goes down. Here comes a nice Max Quake. Get that nice Spadef increase. And my Seismitoad is back to normal. This is unfortunate. This keeps happening. Where I mess this up. We are just going to go where I keep trying to replace this with high horsepower, or Stomping Tantrum is the move. So let's just go for this, see what happens. He lands the double protect. This water spout should pop the focus sash. No, he's not a sash. Lucky. Even better. My tailwind is over, and here comes the Necrozma. I am outspeeding everything anyway. So let's just go for the nice water spout. There's the protect, and this should absolutely end the game. Drizzle, Swift Swim, Liquidation. There we go. And let's give it another go for our 4th game of the series. Alrighty, this is an interesting team. We got Blacephalon, we got Dracofish, we got Clefable, Clefairy. Let's skip this. We're not getting copyright claimed again.
There are more ways to PayPal.
Oh, great. Now there's a PayPal ad. Gonna skipped one. Alrighty, and now into the next match. I'm just gonna go Tornadus in with Mr. Toad, with Mr. Toad, and the 2 big boys in the back. Some days after this, indeed, you'll see the limelight, but it is not right now. And we are just gonna go Tailwind into absolute Max Quake, get a nice special defense increase. Here comes the Follow Me, here comes the nice smack, and it obliterates Clefairy. Didn't expect that. That Leaf Storm, ooh, that gets me right back. I didn't expect the Leaf Storm, if I'm being completely honest. And here comes the Kyogre to threaten the nice spread move. Whimsicott. I am going to just go for the Icy Wind into the Water Spout. Oh, we're gonna go Icy Wind into Protect, and the reason I'm doing it this way is I don't want this Tailwind to screw me over. This is a Trick Room Whimsicott maybe, though? That would be bad. Nope, just a Moonblast. I can live with that, absolutely. And let's go for another Icy Wind into a good old Water Spout. And I think this video will keep going until we lose a game with the Kyogre Tornadus team. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Got some nice TGI Fridays ads on here for some reason. Let's go to those. There's the Tailwind, and that's why we spam the Icy Wind. Bum bum ba-da bum bum ba-dum bum. And there's the Shadow Rider. He's got the 2 Mons left. He's got 3 turns left of Trick Room. I'm just gonna go for the Double Protect. The Protect's super valuable on the Tornadus. Make sure that scenarios like this don't become huge problems. Protect, protect. Go for the Tornadus? That was an interesting line. I guess you want the grassy terrain? I don't see why. And now let's just get our Tailwind back up. Shake your tail feather as it were. And I'm actually just gonna switch into Zacian here to avoid getting max overgrowth. Brilliant. Rockfall takes out Tornadus, not ideal. But now my opponent has 1 turn left of Tailwind, and he's being asked to figure out which thing he wants to deal with here. And he's choosing the right thing. Does nothing. And now their Tailwind is gone, and mine is very much alive. In the rain, and that's gonna be game. And let's go right into the next one. So another interesting team. Again, only 1 restricted. I wonder why that's becoming a theme here. The Crobat's kind of cool. Don't know what it's doing. I'm just going to lead very aggressive and see what happens. Mostly because I'm getting a little bored of leading the same thing over and over again. I want to try something. Here's Zacian. Here's Dragapult. Here comes the Play Rough Tailwind, and Dragapult's not too bulky, so if this hits, this should do a nice chunk of damage. And let's see what happens. Here's the Dynamax and the Dragapult. Here's the Tailwind. Big Bop takes it out right away, and the Behemoth Blade does a lot. Now let's see how we deal with this. Here comes the Indeedee F, likely for the Follow Me. We're just gonna let him take his Zacian out to get this Icy Wind and Tailwind up, maintain speed control for very much the rest of the game. Even blading and Tornadus is interesting. This is an expanding force, I'm gonna guess. That's pretty strong. Yeah, but here comes the big boys to clean up the game. Water Spout. Max Quake. Neither of these Mons are Wide Guard, and I do not think any mon he could have as his last mon actually punishes this. There's the Protect, trying to conserve a little bit of HP. This should still do a hearty chunk, which it does. And we got 2 turns off the Tailwind, not just 1, so it's not going to be good enough to stop us. Takes out the Indeedee, and there's the Grimmsnarl. And we'll just second the first, same as the first. Not much counterplay to this, really. And this is likely game. The Thunder Wave is stopped by his own Psychic Terrain. And here's the Water Spout, and Grimmsnarl is dead. Alright, let's go into the next game of this video. Alrighty, so what do we got here? This is a team that makes me think I want the Zapdos instead of the Seismitoad. So I'm gonna lead like this, with the 2 scary big boys in the back. I gotta be careful about Icy Wind with Thunderous. That's something I often forget about, and then I get punished. And let's see how this game goes against King Big GG. Gonna start the timer up, and let's see what happens in this game. Just waiting to see how this one goes. Today in the comments, let me know how your first few matches of Series 12 are going. I hope they're going well for you. And let's see what we got here. We got a Moongus Blastoise. So we are just going to go Tailwind into a nice big Max Lightning. Nothing he could possibly have here punishes me, really. Hopefully he's going for the Rage Powder here. He is protecting. That is a very cool and good protect. That doesn't do anything. Here comes the G-Max Cannonade. Pops turn this down to a Sash. So it's a good thing we went for that the way we did. Because there goes my unfortunate poor little Thunderous. Now here comes the Kyogre. And we are just going to go Spread Move, Airstream. That way we are really guaranteeing ourselves some speed control for the rest of the game. It does not matter that Blastoise really resists the Water Spout, because between the Rain, the Stab, the Mystic Water is the insanely high base power of Water Spout. If he even makes it that far, which it is not. And our Electric Terrain means he is not sporing my Kyogre, whether he wants to or not. And what did this Amoonguss even do? It went for a Rage Powder into my Safety Goggles Zapdos, which is very fortunate for me. You get a lot of random equity from having items like Safety Goggles in your best of ones, though of course I think it's good in your best of threes as well. My Zapdos is 500 speed. It is in fact fast enough. So let's just go for this, get some chip in on this Calyrex, make the Amoonguss go to heck. And it survives. I really did not expect that. And there's the Spore. And Kyogre, once again, Electric Terrain is going to be my best friend here. We're just going to Water Spout into Thunder. Opponent's been getting a lot of double protects lately. Fortunately, I believe I am faster even without that. I very much am. So my opponent can stall this, but it cannot really help it. The Rage Powder does nothing because I am in fact Safety Goggles, and this Water Spout makes both of them go away. And that is gonna be the game, because they're going to forfeit. Makes sense, not gonna win a 3v1 there. And let's go into the next game. Alright, we've got a Solgaleo, Calyrex, Shadow Rider team, and this Dark-type Urshifu. It is. That is interesting. So this game, I am just going to... This Gastrodon's going to be a problem unless I line up my Seismitoad to deal with it. So I'm going to go Tornadus, Seismitoad, Zacian, Kyogre. Raichu and Urshifu into Tornadus and Seismitoad. So we are just going to go for a nice little protect here. Probably still getting bothed by the Urshifu, but at least it means I'm not getting fake outed. And max quaking into the Raichu. Yep, protecting that fake out. There's the Wicked Blow into the Seismitoad. Donated as much as my opponent wanted it to. Expected the Raichu to be sashed there, honestly, so I'm a little surprised I got that takeout. And here is the Solgaleo. So we are going to go Tailwind to Max Geyser into the Solgaleo. Get a nice little chunk, get our speed control really poppin', get the rain set up. That's crits. That being a crit isn't super promising. Does a nice bit of damage to me, and the Steel Spike pops my Tornadus' Sash. That is well, alright, and good. And we are just going to go for the Air Slash and the max airstream into the Urshifu. Get him out of here. The reason we're doing it this way is that I think the Kyogre should be more than enough to handle whatever he's got left. Here comes the Mindstorm, gets me the 2 switches with my Tail Room and my Rain. More than happy to oblige. Unless, of course, his last Pokemon is the Calyrex Shadow Rider, so we are more than happy to deal with this. And we are just going to accept that this thing cannot one-shot us and go for the big damage into the Soul Galeo. Thankfully, this thing is in D-Max, so it cannot Wide Guard even if it wants to. There goes the Sash. Calyrex cannot kill. Bulldoze is very interesting. Looks like he's going for a weakness policy there. Fortunately, in Tailwind, Zacian is definitely still faster. Kyogre is not, but that's okay. Goes for the Protect. Behemoth Blade, Water Spout. Even with unless he crits me, he cannot take out both mons with Astro Barrage, even though it is an extremely powerful move. And there's the Expanding Force. And Pokerager Donnie is going to go down to our Behemoth Blade. He says, nice game, get him with the GG. And let's go into the next match. Alright, we got a Tornogre team. It's a pretty scary thing here with that Kartana, that's why the Zapdos is on the team. So let's lead like this with the 2 big boys in the back. Again, we're just going to keep playing until we lose, and that'll be the end of the video. It's already a pretty long one, so thank you for sticking it out with me. Is Zapdos faster than Kyogre? It is. We are just going to go for the max into that. If he tries to taunt me, that would be unfortunate. He goes to the Tailwind, I go for the Tailwind, and he concedes because he did not check his speed tiers. Alright, let's just go right into the next game. Looks like a pretty spooky Trick Room team. Against something like this, I want to lead Seismitoad Kyogre, Zacian Indeedee. Probably going to swap the Indeedee in right away, just like having the Kyogre for the passive speed control with the switch in. This might be wrong, I might be getting really cute, but we'll see very soon. Here comes the Seismitoad and the Kyogre into the Amoonguss and the Urshifu. This is a fighting type Urshifu. So we're just going to go straight for the Airstream and the Indeedee. Hopefully he goes for a Sucker Punch. That would get us maximum value here. Here's the Airstream to pop this thing down to its Sash right away. And I'm going to imagine a Wicked Blow taking out the Indeedee, but that's alright. Indeedee's terrain is more than enough for me. And here is going to come the Kyogre. Kyogre is going to click Origin Pulse and see what happens. No. I can click Water Spout because I have Psychic Terrain up. So we're just going to go Airstream, Water Spout, and do a nice big hefty chunk to both mons on the table. There's the Protect, there's the Sleep, there's the Water Spout. And there is the Giga Drain. Did not expect the Giga Drain there. And we are just going to once again go for the Airstream into the Origin Pulse, excuse me. The Wicked Blow, that's going to take a Kyogre. Not ideal, not ideal. Did not expect you to be faster than me, Urshifu. I should have checked that. It's my own mistake. Here comes the Zacian. We are just going to go with the Liquidation into the Behemoth Blade. There's the Rage Powder, and this was a mistake, because that takes out the Amoonguss, but Urshifu shouldn't be able to one-shot either Mon, so we are okay, we are okay. We have one more from the Psychic Terrain. And what are we following up with? Here comes the Reggie Lecky. I'm going to Earthquake and Protect. There comes their Protect. Here comes my Seismitoad. There comes the 4 Protects, and my Rain's going away, so we might be in trouble. We are going to go Earthquake into Behemoth. Not Behemoth, play that. We're going to go Earthquake into Play Rough. And that's going to be game. We're going to lose that one with the Sucker Punch and the Max Lightning. And that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you are excited about seeing some in-cart content coming soon.